The man was tired. Not physically, something worse. He was tired of watching himself waste his own potential. That sentence had been following him around for years. "I know I'm capable of more." He said it in the shower. He said it while driving. He said it while lying in bed at night. He said it after another evening spent scrolling on his phone. He said it after another day that disappeared without becoming anything meaningful. And somehow, that sentence hurt more than failure ever could. Because he wasn't failing. He wasn't trying. And deep down, he knew the difference. One evening, he sat on the edge of his bed. The room was dark. His phone was still glowing in his hand. He looked at the clock. 10:14 p.m. The same time he had looked at hundreds of times before. Then he whispered something. "This isn't my life." The sentence startled him. Because it was true. This wasn't the life he imagined. This wasn't the version of himself he used to dream about. He remembered being younger. He remembered making promises. "One day I'll become someone. One day I'll build something. One day people will know my name. One day I'll be proud of myself." Then he laughed, because suddenly he realized something uncomfortable. One day had become a place he lived in, not a destination, a home. Every dream had been moved there. Every goal had been moved there. Every version of himself he admired lived there. One day. Then he asked himself something. When did I stop fighting for myself? The room became quiet. Then another answer arrived. Slowly. It had happened slowly, not dramatically. There wasn't one day where he quit. There were thousands of tiny surrenders. One more scroll. One more video. One more excuse. One more delay. Then another realization arrived. He had become very good at one thing, negotiating against himself. Every day looked the same. "I'll start later. I'm tired. I deserve a break. I'll do it tomorrow." Then another voice would appear. The voice he hated. The voice that said, "You said that yesterday." The room became quiet again. Because he knew that voice wasn't cruel. That voice was honest. Then he stood up, walked toward the mirror, and stared at himself. Not with anger, not with disappointment, with honesty. Then he said something he had never said before. "I'm tired of abandoning myself." The sentence hit him hard, because that's what he had been doing, abandoning himself. Every promise he broke, every delay, every excuse, every tomorrow, he was abandoning himself. Then another realization arrived. Nobody was doing this to him. Not social media, not YouTube, not his phone, not society. Him. That sounds harsh, but suddenly it felt empowering. Because if he was responsible, maybe he could change it too. Then he remembered something. Every version of himself he admired, the disciplined version, the confident version, the strong version. None of those people existed, not yet. They were waiting to be built, and building requires work. There is no shortcut around that. Then another thought arrived, and it changed everything. What if today was the last day I was allowed to say one day? The room became silent, because suddenly the sentence felt powerful. Then he smiled, because he realized something. Life was never asking him for perfection. Life was asking him for participation. That's it, participation. Because for years, he had become a spectator, watching other people build, watching other people change, watching other people improve, watching other people become who they wanted to be. Then another realization arrived. Watching is addictive, because watching feels like movement. It feels productive. It feels safe, but watching is not living. Watching is observation. Living is participation. Then he said something out loud. "I don't want to watch my life anymore." The room became quiet. Then another sentence arrived. "I want to enter it." His eyes began to water, because somehow that sentence felt enormous. Then he laughed, Because the answer was not dramatic at all. He didn't need a new life. He didn't need motivation. He didn't need inspiration. He needed movement, tiny movement, one uncomfortable action, then another, then another. Then he looked around his room, the notebook, the shoes, the book. Everything he needed was already there. The only thing missing was him. Then he smiled. Then he put his phone down. Then he opened the notebook. 5 minutes, that's all. 5 honest minutes. Then something extraordinary happened. Nothing. Nothing dramatic. No fireworks. No transformation. And that was the point. Because for years he had been waiting for dramatic. Dramatic never came, but 5 minutes did. Then he realized something. Momentum is boring. People think changing your life will feel exciting. It doesn't. It feels ordinary. It feels repetitive. It feels small. And that's why most people quit, because they are waiting for extraordinary feelings. Then he smiled, because he understood something now. He was no longer waiting for feelings. He was building proof. Proof that he could trust himself again. Proof that he could move. Proof that he could become the person he admired. Then he said something he would remember forever. Every time I move, I vote for the person I want to become. The sentence stayed with him. The next day wasn't perfect, neither was the next. He still procrastinated. He still got distracted. He still wasted time. But one thing changed. He stopped surrendering. The battle became different. Because before he never fought. Now he did. And every small victory mattered. 5 minutes, 10 minutes, 20 minutes. Eventually, the guilt became smaller. Then something beautiful happened. The voice inside his head changed. It no longer said, "You never change." It began saying, "Keep going." Then one evening he looked at the clock, 10:14 p.m. The same time, the same room, the same person, but not the same life. Then he smiled, because for the first time in years, he wasn't disappointed in himself. Not because he had become extraordinary, because he had participated. And perhaps that is the real difference between the people who eventually build beautiful lives and the people who keep waiting. One group waits to become a different person. The other group moves while being imperfect. Then perhaps this story leaves you with one question. How long have you been saying, "I know I'm capable of more"? 1 year? 3 years? 5 years? And what if tonight was the last night you were allowed to say it without acting on it? Not because you need to become someone extraordinary, because you deserve to meet the person you've been postponing. Enough. Enough waiting. Enough watching. Enough negotiating. Tonight, you do not need a new life. Tonight, you need one honest action. 5 minutes, that is all, because 5 minutes become momentum. Momentum becomes trust. Trust becomes confidence. Confidence becomes identity. And identity quietly becomes a life. So stop waiting for one day. One day is closed. Today is open. Enter it. Because your future self is not coming to save you. You are. And the beautiful thing is, you can begin right now.